Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks. Pyramia is back. Today, Pyramia. I've been looking forward to this, guys, for a long time. So, this Aramia probably looks pretty familiar. We're looking at 4 Christopher Wilds, 4 Cinderborn Fatebreaker, and 4 Laerian Seductress. I like Seductress here instead of Priest of the Light because I don't have Retreat. So I want another form of control on the board here so I can use as many of my spells on the hero as possible. Now going to the spells, we have 4 Bad Santa, which is extra draw for us, very typical in a Rush Mage, and then the standard Rush Mage spells, Fireball, Lightning Strike, and Supernova. So then we had 2 Transmogrification Curse. This is primarily to deal with like Elementalis or other annoying bigger allies on the board. If the game happens to get a little later, you have Transmog to help you against a couple of fatties. And Leyline Nexus to deal with Spell Eater bands, or maybe you're playing against a Baduru, so that's going to take care of those issues there. Even against any other heroes with that you often use 5-cost items nowadays. And then the Coup de Grace. Is that how you say Coup de Grace? Coup de Grace? Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace. That's how you say it. Alright. 4 times Flameforged Gauntlets, 4 times Flameforged Scepter. Most games, you're only going to use your ability once to get your gauntlets. After that, Santa's doing the work. You might get a second cast if the game goes late, if you don't have like an ideal draw. And 4 times Scepter, this is going to be your Shadow Energy dump. So it's going to be a 2-3 weapon, well, 2-4 weapon, as we see it right in the screen here. So you can see you're just pounding into the hero with it. So this is keeping it low so that you can just end the game spamming Supernova. And that's how Rush Mage does it. You want to get the hero low, and then you just want to keep spamming that Nova. The Scepter is going to be adding damage even faster onto the hero. In some games, you have heroes healing, like in this case, Logan was using metal. So that Scepter is really nice in adding that extra damage onto the board, and that's why I really like the deck. So again, only 1 game was needed to pull off this win. You probably might see some variations. Some people don't like Scepter. I really like it because, again, if I have gauntlets on the field or I have another one in hand, I have Bad Santa in hand, I don't need that extra draw. I'd rather be putting my Shadow Energy towards damage. In the past, it was Boomerang when Aramia was 3 Shadow Energy. Now, 4 Shadow Energy Boomerang feels really bad, so I just use Flameforged Scepter to throw in that damage. So that's it for the deck. This is about to be finished off, and we'll get in and talk about the matchups a little bit. So let's go in. What did I have trouble with in testing it? I really didn't have much trouble with this deck. The most that I would possibly have trouble with is like Elementalis. That's why Transmog Curse is on there. Like if Ellie has a really ideal start, Ellie, considering how quickly Ellie builds up that board, it's going to be really tough for Supernova to clear on turn 5. So hopefully you got those Transmogs in hand, so that when Ellie does use his ability to really start beefing up an ally, you have that Transmog Curse available. So I would say Ellie is going to give you the most amount of trouble. Second would probably be, I would say, maybe like a Bobcat Baduru, since Baduru can really add a lot of damage to face. And if you're trying to attack into Baduru, most times, you know, with a Scepter, he's going to have a weapon to retaliate back, and his weapon's going to be doing more damage than you. Baduru also normally carries an extra couple Soul Seekers. So in those matches, once you get to a point that you're spamming spells, you actually don't want to attack into as much as possible, and you don't want to be playing allies in the field to give him a chance to heal himself. You want to use as many spells as you can. And that's why I'm recommending it's that. So I'd say Elementalis and Baduru will give you the most amount of trouble using Pyramia. You know, if you come across like a fatty Lance, you should be able to kill him before he even gets to late game. Priest, maybe Zana, if she's using like 4 times Crimson Dusk, right? Priests nowadays have a lot more healing. Adler shouldn't be as much of an issue because you're not really spamming allies on the board. So Zana's healing may be an issue too. But I see Elementalis and Baduru causing the most amount of problems in this deck. In the past, like Zal would give a lot of problems because of Soul Reaper, but Soul Reaper is not nearly as strong as it once was. I did have some issues against Discard Praxis though, because that is pumping out a lot of damage, and on top of that, Soul Reaper with Praxis is much more consistent, since Praxis dumps allies into the graveyard much faster than Zal can. So Praxis would probably give some issues too. So I guess probably in that order: Elementalis, Baduru, Praxis, Discard Praxis, that you would probably want to keep your eyes out for. So that's it for this rundown of Pyramia. I hope everyone's happy to see this again. I'm certainly happy to see it again. Mages really fell off for a while before people figured out Iron Mage. So Iron Mage is still an option for Aramia, but I really like playing Pyramia again. It's a lot of fun, love the deck, and I recommend you guys trying it out too. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you all next time.